I took a one of my junior staff home tonight. I actually got to see some of his homework that he's doing in school, and at the moment he's being taught evolution. Now, evolution is a controversial subject. There's no fact to it whatsoever. That's why it's called a theory. I've got some atheist friends who will disagree with me strongly, I'm sure. But the way it was presented, like it was presented to this student as though it's 100% proven fact. And he had a list of questions he had to fill out, like how many millions of years did it take tree-living monkeys to evolve into humans? Like there was no other alternative answer. You can't say, well, humans did not evolve. I mean, there's just room for you to write a number. I mean, they're being taught it as though it's 100% fact. And that's just so wrong. And that reminded me of a verse in 1 Timothy chapter 6 that says, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, and oppositions of science falsely so called. A lot of things are passed off as being scientific, which is just outright nonsense. Just look in the last few decades, all the lies that have been promoted under the guise of being science, like the hole in the ozone layer. Now, how often do we hear about that these days? Now, the ozone layer is real, but it's only like 1/7 of a millimetre thick. I think I have the dimensions right. So there's no way in the world that tiny little layer is going to keep out all those ultraviolet rays, and the ozone layer keeps changing. I mean, there are always being holes in it. People who actually have the equipment to study that kind of thing. It's a joke. That's why it's not talked about anymore. And what are we hearing about now? Global warming. The world's always gone through cycles when it's been hotter and colder. And they're trying to blame like greenhouse gases on it so they can, the government can tax industries more, get more money. The whole thing's a scam. But it's passed off under the guise of being scientific. I mean, science has done some wonderful things, don't get me wrong. Like, we have electricity, medicine. I mean, medicine's been absolutely marvellous. I mean, it can be used in an evil way too, like having weaponized viruses and vaccines. Originally, I think it was used as a good thing, but then I don't trust vaccines anymore. I don't know what they put into them. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories. A lot of them do carry weight. There have been proven poisons in some vaccines, like mercury and stuff. And personally, I wouldn't want to inject anything into my body, even if it's a weakened form of a virus, because you're injecting foreign material to your body and your immune system starts fighting that, and it's really compromised and weakened, because while it's busy fighting this, even though it's a weakened form of a virus or bacteria or whatever, it leaves you more susceptible to something else. Like, I haven't taken vaccines in years, and I've been healthier than I've been in years. I've only had one day off work in like 3.5 years, and that's because I've completely stopped taking vaccinations. Now, it's something, if you want to take vaccinations, talk to your doctor about it, do some research on it before if you do research on it about a particular vaccine, you think it's safe, well then, okay. But generally, I think unless you really know what you're injecting into your body, I wouldn't do it, Science can be very nasty, like science made the hydrogen bomb. But science is good for the most part. I mean, we wouldn't live like we live now. It's just that it's a very good propaganda weapon as well. Like to get a man in a white coat, like saying, Nibiru's going to hit us in like 12 months. And like, I'm a scientist. It's science. Just don't believe everything you hear that's called science. Do your own research. Because some of the greatest lies in the last few decades have been like a past stuff has been scientific, when they're just fabrications of the mind of man. Like evolution, one of the biggest hoaxes of all time. If you actually go back, evolution is not something that Charles Darwin made up. It goes back to like, I think about 600 BC, when some guy decided to believe that we crawled out of the mud. And that was like thousands of years before Darwin was even born. Just gives us something to think about, doesn't it? You know, there's nothing new under the sun. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.